welcome back, my friends, to more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm going to continue doing some of the daily Dol Amroth quests. If you remember this lady here, Tolkien, I did do the first two quests here, so I have previously completed, and then this one previously completed, but not these two, so I'm going to do these two.
How may I help you, friend?
These corsairs are not like us. They are men of the worst sort. Wherever their ships make landfall, they pillage, they ruin, and they enslave all in their path. Many are put to death before the men of Umbar even set sail, but the strongest are put to work in the camps. If they dare tire, the slavers whip and beat them mercilessly, and that's if they're lucky. Alas, now the slavers of Umbar have come to our shores. I have seen them patrolling the camp to the south, and it will not be long before they set their eyes upon the people of Dol Amroth. Drive them back, Kippen, in the bay, and show them that the men of Gondor will never again be enslaved.
These are troublesome times indeed.
There is a small beach alongside the camp to the south, and the corsairs have been using it. They pull up their boats into it and bring supplies ashore, then row back out to the larger ships. This is an opportunity for us. Plant some traps along the beach. These will damage the bottoms of the boat and make them take on water when they are put back to the waves. They will either sink on that way, or several precious days and supplies will be needed to repair them. Alright, so I think I brought this up multiple times, but I think I already did all the quests for her. But because the library faction is actually the introduction to the Dol Amroth dailies, I think the initial quests that you do for her are separate than the dailies, and that's why I've already done these quests, but it says I never completed them, because essentially you have to do them twice to fully get that 100% completion that I am so desperately after. So that's why these quests look a little redundant. And then besides that, I'm gonna, I guess, do these Tolfennis ones.
Gondor needs your aid.
On the north side of Tolfennis, the corsairs have set up a lumber camp, J.R.R. The trees from that island are being brought there and felled. I believe they are using them to build a fleet of smaller vessels, just large enough to cross the channel and to land in Belfast, a fleet for a massive assault. Head to the island, you can use a small boat in the harbor, find this camp, and defeat the corsairs within.
How may I help you, friend?
The corsairs are building boats at J.R.R, a small camp to the north side of Tolfennis. They are not large themselves, but launched from a bigger craft, they could carry a great many corsair to shore, even in the shallows. Find the camp and destroy the boats that are currently constructed. You can take a craft from the harbor here in Dol Amroth to get to the island.
Gondor needs your aid.
The corsairs have been very active recently and started encroaching on these lands more and more. The large island to the west, Tolfennis, they are using as a base of operations. J.R.R, a camp to the west side of the island, is being run as a hunting camp. They are catching and killing anything on the island that they can find to use as food. We rely on that island as a source of meat during our long winters. Use a small boat from the harbor to take yourself to the island. When you get there, find the camp and defeat many corsairs you find within.
How may I help you, friend?
The corsairs from the south have a diet very different from ours. Their ailments are different as well. Some of the ones that we have spotted have looked very sick in a way that troubles me. The sick at J.R.R, the hunting camp, could do great harm. If they were to be eaten by the bears of the island, the disease could lie dormant, waiting to strike until we bear the next winter. Find the sick ones in the hunting camp, dispatch them, and treat their bodies with the liqueur. It should prevent the disease from spreading to any animals or plants. Okay, so I got my 6 Dol Amroth quests. Let me head on down to the docks. And I think it's... I always forget how to get there. Let me try this way. There's 2 ways I can get there. And I think this epic quest as well has me going to the docks. No, not that way. Definitely not that way. No, I thought there was like a little shortcut I could cut through here, but no, I think I gotta go all the way around. And I'm running into a wall, of course I am. I should know the lay of this place by now. Sometimes I'm so focused on where I'm going, and I'm looking at the minimap and trying to follow the arrow, that I don't actually pay attention to the scenery that I'm going through. I don't actually pay attention to my surroundings, so I can actually learn how to navigate. So I think that's part of the reason why I'm always so lost in the series, and I'll at least try to do a better job. I can't promise, though. You know, it's part of the character of the series. It's just how lost I get all the time. I don't know, I'd imagine as an audience member it'd be comical in some ways, but I bet it's more frustrating than comical. I get that. I understand.
I greet you, friend.
Yeah, that's a repeatable quest I've already done. This guy... Yeah, this guy is here as well. For the epic. But for now, let me go to Tolfennis. Honestly, give me a second. Let me actually go back to Dol Amroth. Let me do the epic. Because then I can just map back. I can just map back to Dol Amroth to turn in the quest once I'm done in the island. I think that will be way more efficient. So it looks like he's on the north end of the map. Or the docks. For whatever reason, it's not sticking to my quest logger here. But there he is.
The daughter of Imrahil wishes to know how much sea power she commands.
Very little, truth be told. I'm afraid that Alferval and these few others will have to stand for her fleet, unless she can request aid from the Peligrir. Look to the Sea Gate if you wish to know the truth of it. You see the gathered Corsair fleet beyond the Sea Gate. Yep.
You see the truth of it? We are hemmed in and cannot escape.
Numerous Corsair ships lie beyond the Sea Gate, and every unfriendly eye on the deck of each is trained upon the narrow space. Any Gondorian ship that tries to pass into open water would be savaged by the weapons of the Umbar before reaching freedom or launching any attack. We are hemmed in and cannot escape. If you speak with Captain Noreth of the Rosagil, she will tell you much of the same. Looks like I'm going to be talking to the captains of all these ships here. So I'm going to the south end of the dock now. I like these ships. They're super cool looking. I love the whole swan theme of Dol Amroth.
Did you see the mighty ship in the waters outside the city?
Before I became captain of my own ship, I served 2 years before the mast on the Alferval. I know Mayorel to be a wise captain and judge of the seas, but he is prone to recklessness. If he believes passage through the Sea Gate is a foolish journey, it must truly be so. Do you see the mighty ship in the waters outside the city? Look through the Sea Gate and tell me what you see. You see an enormous ship, larger than the rest. It must be the flagship of the Umbar.
Oh, that is the flagship of the Umbar fleet, the Night Jewel.
See how that monster makes the other ships look like children's toys floating in the stream? That is the flagship of the Umbar fleet. Nulzrumir in their tongue, Night Jewel. Many Gondorian ships have succumbed to the attacks of the Night Jewel during the years since the disappearance of Throngil, greatest foe of the Corsairs. Would that he had returned before the Night Jewel was constructed. He might have prevented it. But none have seen Throngil since he routed the Corsairs almost 40 years ago. He's likely dead. I will not sail my ship against the Night Jewel unless I wanted her to lie at the sea bottom, Kippen. None of our ships are a match for that one. Not even Kiernate's. Suro here. Speak with him and see if he thinks otherwise. Talk to another captain here.
There are no good tidings, friend.
Lothariel wants a report from the captains of the ships stocked at her city. There are no good tidings, friends. If there's any new fortune here, it is very few ships are trapped at the wharf, and most of Gondor's fleets must be found at the port city of Pelargrir to the east. They are too far away to help us here, but at least those ships are not caught like rabbits in a trap as we are. It is hopeless.
I told my crew to find what merriment they can throughout the city.
I did not think there was much to be gained by keeping my crew here, and the sight of the fleet beyond the sea gate seemed likely to put my men in poor spirits. I gave them leave to find whatever merriment they might in the city, but if Lothariel has not given up hope, I fear their absence will prove an embarrassment to me. Go to Harper's Court on the west side of the city, and tell my crewmen to return to Suro here. We will do what we can to make her ready for battle, as unlikely a victory as that seems to be. Alright, I will certainly continue that, but now let me actually go to Tolfennis, the island, and then do some of these dailies. I'm almost done with the dailies. I think that I only have 2 more sets. Oh, come on. The first loading screen was so quick, and then this one takes so long. I've done other quests here, right? I think I have. Wasn't this the one where I had to put the bait down and the drakes? Or was that a different island? I'm pretty sure it was here. Those were some fellowship ones. But it looks like the ones I'm doing now are kind of on the periphery of the island, so I can avoid most troubles. I know I commented before, but I thought it was really cool how you have these islands around, and you can take the boat to them, and there's things going on in those islands. Yeah, see, I remember the traps for the previous quest, so I guess there were a couple sets of daily quests that took me here. I had certainly never ventured to this lumber camp, though. Yeah, these guys are sick. Let me round up a good chunk of them. Although I hope not many of them are going to be ranged. Get this dude that's sniping me down. He ran away from my gambit at the last second. Let me burn all these bodies, or whatever I'm doing to them. Or I'm sprinkling the draft on them. Okay, good. What else am I doing here? Defeat more corsairs. Destroy boats. Already treated that one. Okay, so I got all of those that I needed. Let me go to the very north end of the island now, it looks like. Try to avoid some of these corsairs again. Yeah, let me climb up before I just head north. Yeah, I definitely remember this. I've definitely been to this island. It doesn't look big. The island does not look big, but it's massive. It's taken me quite a while to run to the other end. Or ride, I should say. I should have gone on the war steed. I didn't realize it was going to be such a distance. I think it's going to be down there, right? Because I got to destroy boats, so I'm assuming they're going to be on the shore. That is what I thought. And then I gotta defeat 8 corsairs here. Let me round some up. Although we got some snipers. Man, that's a pretty pretty long cooldown on my interrupt. You can't use it back to back. Didn't realize that. I thought it was a pretty fast cooldown, but I never really paid attention. Need to kill one more. Guess this captain will have to do. Alright, let me map back to Dol Amroth because I'm done with all these. And then the other 2 are... Where are they? Am I going blind? Oh, it's because they're not on my tracker, that's why. They are not on my tracker. Let me see. All the way down here. I might just go... Yeah, let me just go take care of these 2 quests real quick, and then I'll turn everything in at once. It's probably the most expedient thing. Let me cut across the valley here. Nope, that's actually straight south. Alright. Getting lost again. The warband that I have previously completed. I'm gonna ignore it for now. I'm gonna have a episode dedicated to the warbands. I might even redo the ones I've already done just so I can have one episode with all the warbands. I think that'll be nice and organized. I think I jumped down a little prematurely because now I'm stuck outside the camp. Okay, let me dismount. What am I doing here? Killing slavers and trapping the beach. I know the slavers are a little bit harder to come by, so I'm gonna fight all the ones that I come across until I got all 3. Oh, there's 6 of them actually. I gotta do 6 of them? I vaguely remember this quest. I remember it took a while to find all the slavers, so that's unfortunate. If I was one level higher, I wouldn't aggro any of these guys, and I could just run around here freely. It looks like the level 98s won't bother me, but the level 99s will. And as you can see, it's hard to find slavers. Unfortunately. Alright, need to find 5. Get on the pony. It'll be better. It'll be faster. And of course, I immediately run into enemies. Like a fool. A captain. Come on, where are all these slavers? There's one. Here comes a whole gaggle of them. Let me wait till everybody's grouped up. There you go. Get on the pony, go look for the next. No slavers there. It's a little unfortunate. Wish it was only 3 that I needed and not 6. 6 seems excessive, considering how rare they are here. Here's one. Captain. Here we go, another slaver. Alright, last 2. Hopefully I can find some and not have to wait for respawns. That would be sad. I'm sure they're around here somewhere. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the helmets on these guys, but for whatever reason, I just thought of the movie Robin Hood Men in Tights. My god, that movie's hilarious. But you have to watch it kind of in the right mood, because it's a hit or miss movie. You could watch that movie and think it's the stupidest thing ever one day, and you could watch it another day and just be cracking up from start to finish. Funny movie. I do recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. Especially nowadays. I feel like they just don't make good movies anymore. All the movies are trash. I would say the Lord of the Rings trilogy was like the last huzzah, you know? I feel like it ushered in the end of the golden era. And ever since then, the movies have just been garbage. That's why I kind of like the older stuff. I think that's why I'm also tied to the whole Renaissance gaming thing. I think the same thing can be said about games. I feel like the older games are just so much better. And I don't know if it's a component of nostalgia that I play these as a kid or what it is, but I prefer the older titles than some of the new ones. I also think that gaming was so much more social back then. I know it seems weird because the capabilities of doing online play and playing with your friends was so much more limited. But at the same time, I feel like there are so many games nowadays that people play a game and then next week they already moved on to another game. And so there's no communal aspect to it. It's not like everybody's playing this game and talking about it and going to school and talking to their friends about it. Because everybody's playing something different. And by next week, they're already bored of it because they've picked up the new biggest and brightest thing. Whereas back in the day, I'm rambling here. I should just map back. Whereas back in the day, there were only a few good games that came out at a time, so when a really good game came out, everybody was playing it, and they'd be playing it for months, because it would be a long time until another really good game came by and captivated everybody. That's my feeling on it anyway. Okay, let me start here in the west to corral some of the crew members for that guy's ship. It's like they're all here at Harper's Court. What is the point? We're trapped here anyway. The captain needs us? Bah, I am going. What is the point anyway? We are trapped here. He's wooing the woman. It is hopeless, but I will do my part. Let me turn in all of these daily quests. It is hard to build ships and fell lumber without men. Good work.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Fewer boats means fewer corsairs on the shores. Good work.
Gondor needs your aid.
More will come, I have no doubt of that. But you have at least saved me some wildlife for a time.
How may I help you, friend?
We will have to be vigilant in our application of this liqueur. But if we are, I feel our safety from the Corsair disease is assured. The Corsair Croup. That's funny. Haha. That's a funny name.
How may I help you, friend?
Such vile men deserve punishment far worse than what you were able to deliver. But for now, it will have to suffice.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Corsairs live and die by the sea and by their boats. Now that they are trapped on the shore, they shall be easy pickings for us. Okay, what is this? Deeds completed. So I did Dol Amroth's City Watch for the library. So I've done all the quests there. Okay. So let me take a look. Really? I thought I only had 6 more quests to do. What's with all these? Oh, you know what this is? This is the other ones that I haven't done. That's part of that other daily quest that this guy gives. There's quests in there. So, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I got you. I understand now. Alright, so for the end of this episode, I think I'm going to open up some of these tokens and just kind of work on my reputation so I can start doing that City Watch quest. So I'm pulling up my reputation. I don't have any bonus. So I did buy some bonuses so I can kind of get through this section of the playthrough. There you go. So I got 5,000 bonus here. I know it's a little cheap, but like I mentioned previously, whenever I have to grind something to continue the series, I try to get any advantage that I can to make the grinding less severe. So I need to... What am I still working on? Nothing? I think the bank. I don't know. Let me open some of these up. And see what kind of tokens I'm getting. So I got library tokens. I can't use them because I'm already maxed with them. What are these? Warehouse tokens. I'm already at maximum rep. This is gold tokens. Those are barterable. What are these? Mason. I'm already max. Great Hall. I think there's the banker faction that I'm missing. What is this? Yeah, the bank. I think I just opened that. Yeah, there we go. Wondering if there's another faction that I'm forgetting. What is this giving me reputation towards? Is it this one? No? I'm a little confused. Oh, right here. Had to scroll down a little bit. So I gotta do the Swan Knights. I still need the bank. Let me use another reputation thing. And armory. I still need to do armory. But I have plenty of tokens here. I should definitely max this out. Man, that's a lot of reputation. Okay. So maxed out with the armory here. So now I need Swan Knight and bank. And so all these extra tokens that I have, I can go barter for. Where's that barterer? He's around here somewhere. This guy? Yeah, this guy.
Well met.
Box of Dol Amroth tokens, so I can get 4 of these. Okay, good. And then with these, I can kind of pick what I want. So I'm pull up the reputation again. Let me get some bank ones. Yeah, bank tokens. And let me use them. Alright, and then now I need Swan Knight tokens. I think maybe one more box ought to do it. Nah, I'm gonna need one more. Okay, there you go. So, did I have another box? Wasn't paying attention. I think that's all the factions. So all the quests should be opened up to me now, I believe. Through this guy, so I can start doing some of those. D completed. Yeah, so ally, armory, bank, docks, everything. I think that's all of them. Okay. Well, in the next episode, I will continue with the epic, and I will finish up some of the daily Dol Amroth quests. I think there's another set of 4 to do somewhere around here. And then finally, I can start doing these. And then we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. See you then.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.